Yeah, another isekai. You know they can't help themselves. Long title too. Shocker. Anyways, chilling in another world with level 2 cheat powers was low-key a dark horse in this anime season. I don't think anyone was gonna give it the time of day with that title. But you know what? I did. And I'm here to tell you all about it. Now in this series we have our main protagonist, Bonazza. What kind of name? He resides in the royal capital Paluma as a local merchant. What's very important to know about the world Bonazza lives in is that demi-humans and demons are looked down upon as a race. I'm surprised they ain't revolt yet, the way y'all treating them. Look at their heads. He ain't even feel a weak-ass whip. I know bro could have turned around with a haymaker to set things on the right path. Now, even though the world is prejudiced towards them, Bonazza has absolutely no ill will towards them and willingly gives them money on the side to provide for themselves no matter what others say about him. In this world, all the man wishes for is for everyone to get along no matter what race they're from. He had a dream! Well, anyways, he gets to live his dream out finally, as he was non-consensually summoned into a different world. I have beef with this alone. Every hero isekai anime that I've watched or read, the kingdom summons the hero and is immediately like, yeah, we summoned you because it's your turn in the cycle that our ancestors taught us generations, where we take the people that are aspiring heroes or whatever from their world and lives, no matter what they're dealing with, so they can fight the demon lord for us, because everyone in this world is a bunch of weak-ass punks that can't do anything right. That's the gist of it. I just always hated that, and I think the only anime where I've been like, that's fine, was the wrong way to use healing magic series, because the king was genuinely like, I'm sorry guys, I understand you don't want to be here, but we've reached the end of our rope. Please, we're begging you. Like, as long as you're sympathetic with the situation, maybe I'll understand. But this anime, bro, oh my goodness. So they summon Bonazza and make it a whole spectacle. They welcome him like Drake welcomes trick-or-treaters. They go to read off his stats so they can celebrate, but they're suddenly mad because all of his stats suck. So instead they praise Motoyasu from Shield Hero because he's above average. They gonna regret that. And this is where I really get pissed off. Bonazza is asking around like, so can I go home? Like, no one listens until they bring him to the throne room where the king is like, sorry bro, we can't send you back, but you can live in the isolation in the woods for all I care. Oh yeah, take this bag of supplies with you too. It's totally not imbued with magic that will attract demons to eat you, so you can never speak of this mishap again. I don't even want to talk about this part anymore. Moving on. Bonazza now lives in the forest like 3 days travel distance from the kingdom and tries to live normally, but all of a sudden he gets attacked by slimes. Shocker, it's all according to the plan, right? The sword they gave him even broke. To slimes, bro. This is not Genshin Impact. Alright, he's had enough. It's time for the hacks. He hears a voice in his head that starts listing off abilities rapid fire, as well as an extremely high level of power. One of the skills he learns as well is purification, which basically wipes out all demonic energy, or what this world calls malcium. And this kind of spell is literally on par with Donald's Zeta Flare. Realistically, you need over 10 mages to cast this magic. So in short, he is safe from any demons and actually ended up killing a number of them, which includes the brother of his baby mama, but that's besides the point. Whoa, what the hell? I was about to be mad if you stayed like that, because I need bro to clap cheeks. But if you want to stay like that, I can come in the series. Essentially, along with all the other abilities, he has the one to change his appearance. Makes sense to change it just in case the kingdom realizes he's still alive, otherwise they gotta cut some loose ends. Like they could though. Starting a new life, he goes back to make some money, because we can't have the girls thinking we broke out here. But as he returns to the town to register at the guild, be an adventurer, he sees a small child asking members of the guild if they could escort her back to the forest. I'll admit, when I was watching this, I said, why isn't anyone helping her? Should've stayed quiet, because turns out she's actually a giant wolf monster. Before that though, I'm sorry, his new name is Fleo. Fleo had offered to take the girl to the forest using teleportation. Again, Fleo. Teleportation is like one of the most broken abilities in this show. It's okay to keep some things to yourself. Obviously, this is suspicious, so a group of, oh my lord, they are so fine. We got Ballyrosa of the Royal Knights, a blonde bombshell with a sword so sharp it can cut my libido in half. That body is crazy. I can't even lie. The legs got me. Her name is Bolano. Let's not pay attention to her. But she cool people, and a mage at that. Then you have the archer Bilary. She fine too, and reminds me of that receptionist from that one anime. I can't remember the name, but the MC was like an OP dungeon crawler and like there was like a goddess like trapped in ice. I forget the name. Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. And this right here, this is my pride and joy blossom. Rough like buttercup and sweet like bubbles. I know you like playing, but you mind if I lay my seeds down too? Let me down. So they don't believe him, especially keeping in mind he's saying all this to a kid who probably doesn't know any better. So pleading his innocence, he shows all of them as he teleports them to the forest as proof. And then the little girl turns into a wolf and tries to kill them. After Fleo teleports the baddies away, he Michael Vicks the wolf until she submits to defeat, because he doesn't want to kill her due to his pacifist nature. And after admitting defeat, she turns into a white-haired baddie after undoing B's transformation. Yeah, I like this form a little bit more. Anyways, after resting and waking up alive, knowing full well that anyone else would have killed and skinned her for their own benefit, she sees Fleo as a man worthy indebting her life to. With that, they are officially married. Till death do them part. Man, married, but like, you know, it happens eventually. Speaking of death, that's something the summoned hero would better off be doing instead of his job. Man, pussy's out of every fight he leads, staying in the back while everyone throws their lives away. Then he comes back to the harem and whines. How pompous can you be? While everyone in the castle is starting to see him for his true colors, there is one girl named Suya who stays by his side no matter what. Your guess is as good as mine, because I even saw the light novel covers with them still together, playing the long game. I can't hate. Fenris is doing the same thing as she tags along with Fleo to officially become an adventuring team. I know full well these guys can clear the guild, so they can take on any mission they post on the bulletin. One of them includes clearing out a pack of psycho bears near the kingdom, to which they take on with no worries. Who do they run into while doing this quest? The Bombastic Four. Now, when they were first introduced, I thought they were like legendary status, like gold level of the guild. These girls is trash! They can't hit nothing, they can't shoot nothing, they can't cast nothing, and they scared of everything. How was you talking all that good-ish when we first met? Fleo and Fenris clear the bears out easily, except for the one that they turned into a bunny as a pet. I don't know. Oh yeah, for this quest, the guild actually provided a home in the area, so those who took it on had a place to stay. So now that's where Fleo and Reese live. Convenient, but once they settle in, the Bombastic Four make a return and plead with Fleo to train them to be better. Reluctantly, he takes it on, even though Reese was ready to rip them to pieces. But I think after a day or two, Fleo said, this ain't for y'all. He instead decided to find new callings for each of them. Blossom becomes a farmer, Valerie becomes a horse breeder, Belano an aspiring teacher, and Belly Rosa, she don't really got nothing, but I think by the end she finds out that she's great at baking, so there you go. Now they all live happily ever after in their home. That isn't until the Demon Lord's army catches wind of a powerful human hitting purification and wiping out their forces. So they send this fine-ass cat to scout for them. Her name's Illuminas, and she's very speculative of anything that's not a demon. Safe to say, she trusts them after getting BDSM'd and allowed to live. The Demon Lord Goal sees all this and decides to get a first-hand look at the legend. He comes in human form and is immediately confronted by Belly Rosa, which puts her on the radar even though she shouldn't be. His purpose for coming by is simply to recruit for his army, considering his forces in the kingdom are constantly at odds with each other. His first choice was Fleo, but he refused with the quickness. The next one on his list was Belly Rosa, since she was so confident in their first meeting. That leads to him visiting every day to sway her, even though she wants nothing to do with him. It's a good thing he's getting used to this area, because he'll be living there soon enough, after relinquishing the throne to his punk-ass brother who literally don't know anything about ruling and only fighting. Before that happens though, they get a new addition to the Fleo household, and Hia, who is a summoned Dijin by the false hero, after he was called out and imprisoned for being a bum who wouldn't fight for the kingdom. Yeah, a lot has happened in between, but I don't really, you know what, I'll give y'all like a little speed round real quick. Basically, the kingdom found out Fleo and Gold were friends and decided to attack Fleo. Fleo teleports his household to a land further away. Gold believes the kingdom killed Fleo and launches an attack to the kingdom for hurting his friends. The king and a bunch of mages perform purification to keep them out. Doesn't work. Gold is smart and orders his army to retreat before it could get to them. The king and mages are out for months to recover from performing the spell. Princess is the one in charge now and takes the false hero status as a hero and throws it away in the prison along with Suya. Leo decides to become a merchant, developing weapons for adventurers made out of demon materials in the new land, and officially starts loving Reese. The rest of the girls find their callings. Reese is good at cooking. Yeah. Anyways, the hero's wish to the Dijin was to kill Fleo, which she fails at and accidentally mortally wounds Reese. Yeah, that moment pissed me off. I wanted to run it with her that moment. But Fleo beat me to it as he quite literally beat the crap out of Hia, who begged for her life. Oh yeah, Reese is alive. She fine. After Fleo had performed a massive healing spell, only someone on the level of Hia could conjure, but Reese has stopped Fleo from killing them since she doesn't want to see her husband become something that he hates. So everyone's happy again. After that, everyone's enjoying the new lives. Golan and Luminas asked to live with Fleo since leaving the Dark Army. That said Dark Army are now bums. The princess had become the queen, now kicking her father out the house. Yeah, the princess was actually really important as she's like the only one in the kingdom who's on Fleo's side. But yeah, this series essentially started out as a fantasy isekai and became an enjoyable slice of life. The story was cool, the comedy was great, the art was okay, as well as the action. Baddies were bad. At the end of the day, I enjoyed it a lot, but that's about it. Opening went hard though. With that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Love y'all. Take it easy. Peace.